Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to do a quick review on my Alpinestars GP Pro R2 and my Alpinestars GP Plus R. So first up is the GP Plus R, and we'll get into sizing right off the bat. In most other gloves, I wear a extra large. However, with Alpinestars, there are a couple of models that I do require a double XL. The GP Plus R is one, the GP Pro, as well as the Super Tech. Pricing on this glove is $269.95 Canadian. So I'm not going to get too technical with the review on this glove. It's more of a real world, how I feel about it, used both on the track and on the street, and give you guys an idea of what you're going to get. Starting with the top of the glove, it is mainly cow with a goat skin palm. You have your palm slider as well as your pinky slider. For this model glove, they also incorporated the dual cuff closure, which is basically right here. So you can kind of tailor that to exactly how you want. You've got great mobility in the wrist with the extra closures here just to make sure that it stays secure. You've got Alpinestars pinky bridge, which is definitely a great addition. That way, if you happen to go down, this will stop it from pulling your pinky back. And one thing to remember as well, when you get these gloves, they will be tight. You want them to be tight because they do break in. So wear them around, maybe go for a ride around the corner, 10, 15 minutes, a couple times during the course of the week before you actually use them in the canyons or on the track. So as far as ventilation goes, the GP Plus R has plenty of it. If you take a look here, you can see the loads of perf in and around the thumb area. You have the expansion gusset on back of the glove that has ventilation. On top of the hand. On every digit. And in between. Trying to get the best possible shot for you guys, but you do have ventilation in between every finger as well. When it comes to protection, you're good to go with this glove, whether it be on the street or the track. The GP Plus R has you covered with knuckle protection that promotes a slide. They've also got hard parts on your fingers, as well as raised foam, both on the fingertips as well as the thumb area. They also have the dynamic friction shield, which is basically your palm slider and your pinky slider. Both are hard parts. With this glove, Alpinestars has also introduced their stretch fabric in between the thumb and the index finger. As far as wear is concerned, there hasn't been an issue. These gloves, I've put about, I want to say about 10,000 kilometers on them, and there's no signs of deformation or wear or anything of that nature. So I know there was people talking about it, concerned about how it will hold up over time, but there hasn't been an issue. as far as I can tell anyways. Also, another thing to note when we're talking about protection, with these gloves, Alpinestars has a Kevlar liner on the inside top of the glove. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'll try to get it on camera here. If you see that fluorescent yellow / green fabric on the inside, that covers the whole of the back of the hand here in the glove, which gives you some heat and abrasion resistance. Final views on the Alpinestars GP Plus are: great glove, great price point. It has a lot of features that its big brother has, including the Kevlar lining on the back of the glove, most of the hard parts, the palm sliders, pinky sliders, etc., etc. I think that if you're looking into getting a glove for aggressive street riding, canyon riding, a couple of track days during the course of the year, or even as a daily, this is probably your best option. Next up is the GP Pro in the lineup, and at the end of the day, it ends up being about $100 more Canadian. In my eyes, it doesn't make sense. I think that you'd be better off putting that money towards gas or transportation to the track before you spend that money upgrading to the GP Pro. I think that you get a better bang for your buck with this glove until you start going track only. And at that point, I mean, the sky's the limit. You can jump up to the GP Pro, the Super Tech, whatever you feel. But as an entry / mid-level street track glove, by far, I think this is your best option. So next up is the Alpinestars GP Pro. As far as sizing goes, it's the same thing as with my GP Plus R. I wear a XXL in the GP Pro. For reference, I also have Alpinestars Cellar Glove and the SMX2, and both of those gloves I wear a size XL. As far as break-in is concerned, when I first received my gloves, what I did was I wore them around the house for about 15-20 minutes for about 2 to 3 days. That's pretty much all it took to break them in, and once it was all said and done, they were literally like a second skin on my hands. As far as pricing is concerned, I know the R3s, or the latest version of the GP Pro, has just been released not too long ago, but last I checked online, the pricing for the GP Pro R2 is $359.95. When it comes to construction, the GP Pro R2 is very similar to the GP Plus R. Pretty much the only things that change are the technical aspect of the glove. Starting with the glove itself is a mixture of goat skin as well as kangaroo. Like the GP Plus R, you have the stretch panel / expansion panel in between the thumb and the index finger. You have Alpinestars dynamic friction control. However, there is no slider on the pinky, so that's one thing to keep in mind if that's important to you. It doesn't come with it. However, the GP Plus R does have it on the glove. Protection on the glove, very similar to the GP Plus R. You've got your knuckle protection here, hard parts on your fingers, Alpinestars pinky bridge, and then you've got your wrist or ulna protection, which is a hard part as well, unlike the GP Plus R, which is fabric. You also have raised foam on the thumb, and as well you have ventilation, the same type of panel as the GP Plus R. Ventilation on this glove is, the scheme is pretty similar to the GP Plus R. I think there's a bit less of it, considering this is supposed to be a more track orientated glove. So you've got some localized perf there, localized perf on the back of the hand with that vent. You've got some localized perf on the digits and in between the digits. and as well as under the cuff, which won't do much naturally because this part of the cuff will be over your race suit or jacket. On the GP Pro R2, you also have, for protection, Kevlar lining at the back of the hand, which is that fabric in there that looks kind of fluorescent yellow / green. And that covers the back of the hand as well. If I can get I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, as well as the thumb itself. So it covers the back of the hand and the thumb. So my final views on the GP Pro R2 or version 2. I love the glove. Glove is great. No problems with it whatsoever. This glove sees primarily track duty. The reason being is that it's, in my eyes, it's pretty much a track focused glove. And I think that's where it lives and that's where it performs the best. So in closing, my views on this glove is basically, if you're looking for a track focused glove and you don't mind spending the money up front, then this is a great option. If you're looking at, jumping right up to the SuperTech R, here in Canada, they're about $150 more pretty much everywhere. So I think this is a better option if you're, seriously spending the time at the track, or you're a really, really aggressive canyon rider and is looking for the best possible protection you can get for your hands without jumping into that, I guess, MotoGP class of type glove. Personally, I'm still a fan of the GP Plus R. I think that's a better everyday / all-around glove. And my GP Pro R2s basically only see track duty. On the track, this glove is great. It performs excellent. I don't really wear them on the street. There is no problem with them. You can wear them on the street and you can wear them every day. I just personally feel that the GP Plus R is more comfortable for myself. To sum everything up, both gloves are a great choice, whichever way you decide to go. However, if aggressive street riding with a couple of track days here and there is your thing, I would definitely recommend the GP Plus R, based on the cost, technical properties, and safety. What do you guys think about both gloves? Leave your opinions, views in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.